Hi, fifth graders. Here we go. Another fantasy book. This one is called Hansel, Gretel, and the Ugly Duckling. Now, this is different because it takes two fairy tale books or stories and it puts it together in one. So it's this fantasy, or it's the fairy tale of Hansel and Gretel, and it's combined to the fantasy, or the fairy tale of the Ugly Duckling. And they make it one story. Now it's called Hansel, Gretel, and the Ugly Duckling. So let's read it and find out and think of two things. One, how do you know this is a fantasy story? And number two, what's the theme? What is it trying to teach you, or mostly about? So think of those two things while I read it. Okay, here we go. Hansel, Gretel, and the Ugly Duckling by Hilary Robinson, illustrated by Simona Sanfilippo. Here we go. Hansel, said Gretel, we have no food, and Dad needs more wood to make pegs. Let's walk to the farm down by the stream and sell what we have for some eggs. We'll have to go through the forest, said Hansel, and pick up some wood on the way. We'll buy some wheat to grind into flour and be back by the end of the day. Hansel dropped stones to make a long trail so they could find their way back. Just as they got to the farm by the stream, they heard a little duck quack. Oh, isn't he cute? Oh, no, cried Gretel. Look at those ducks. They're teasing that one that is brown. They think he's not as handsome as them and the ugliest duck in the town. Look how they leave him only the crusts while they eat the bread that is white. And look how they snuggle up in the reeds while he sleeps alone through the night. Uh-oh, are these ducks being mean to this ugly duckling? They are. They're not giving him the good food. They make him have just the icky stuff. And they don't keep him warm or be near him. That's pretty sad. They bought the grain and collected the wood, then baked some bread for their breakfast. Father said, excuse me, let me try that one again down here. Father said, children, I need some wood chips. Can you gather some up in the forest? This time, they took bread for the ducks and left a crumb trail as their guide. That doesn't seem smart, does it? What could happen if you leave bread on the trail? Do you think it's going to stay there? Do you think an animal might eat it? Let's find out. But nighttime soon came, and the children got lost. Where will we sleep? They both cried. Look over there in the trees, Hansel said. That house, it is ever so sweet. Do we dare go and knock on the door and ask for something to eat? Just at that moment, a woman appeared. Ha ha, she said, come with me. But as they stepped in through the door, she locked it and threw out the key. That's not a good sign, is it? The little duck had followed the trail and eaten the bread as he ran. He saw the children trapped in the house, and the clever duck thought up a plan. A duck that thinks. That's interesting. When the old lady went to bed, he picked up the key for the door. He flapped his wings and flew up in the air and dropped it right on the floor. Oh, that's pretty neat. Hansel, said Gretel, the duckling is here. I can't believe what he's done. He brought us the key to help us get out. Unlock the door and let's run. The children ran far away from the house, with the duckling leading them on. He lived the rest of his days on their pond and grew into a... What do you think he grew into? I bet you're right. A beautiful swan. The end. So he's not such an ugly duckling anymore, is he? All right, how do you know it's a fantasy book first? That's right, the duck. The ugly duckling. He thought up a plan. Do ducks think? Not like people do. No, everything they do is kind of instinctual. They do it just because that's what ducks do. And this one thought about what to do, how to help them, and that is definitely a fantasy. That doesn't happen in real life. Yeah, no, not at all. Good. So we know for sure it's a fantasy story. And what's the theme? What is it mostly about? What do you think? The duck, let's see. The duck wasn't treated well, so the boy and the girl gave some good bread to the duck, and so the duck helped them. So is that kind of the theme, maybe? That if you help one person, then they're going to appreciate it and help you back. So it's good to be nice to people. And not only nice to people or to animals, but to those that are different than you. It's a wonderful thing to do. Because even though this ugly duckling wasn't so pretty, doesn't mean he doesn't want love and doesn't want help, right? So could that be the theme? To help everyone that you can, regardless of what they look like? Yeah, I think so. Okay, well, that's the end of our story today. There'll be another story tomorrow or the next one, okay? If you can always find this book on Epic, go into Epic and you can use the browser, put in Hansel, Gretel, and the Ugly Duckling and read it yourself. Or listen to this recording again. All right, see you next time.